Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was and where Starlight will be after this. And so it is so important to get out, and not only to get out in nature is to make sure you're taking care of your well-being, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, make sure check with yourself and make sure you are taking time out to take care of, those things that you need to take care of, and making sure also that you are eating food that will help you not just now, but later on as you get younger. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, I have a band. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And not only you can leave me a message down below, is you can also share my videos with your family, your friends. Let's see, a chipmunk. Yeah, you could share my videos with a chipmunk. And not only a chipmunk, is also you could share my videos with a blackbird. So yes, you could share my videos with a blackbird, and you can also check out my playlist. Plus, don't forget my notification bell, and you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So here we are, and I know I didn't let you know this, but at the library, like today, not very many libraries are open on a Sunday, but at this library, you only get an hour on the computer. And other libraries, you might get, an hour and 20 minutes. So this is why it is not very easy for Starlight to juggle like I do right here, is running around trying to get to these libraries and these study rooms. So I am still working on the thing that I wanted to work on. So I just want to let you know I didn't forget about it. It's just that I only get so much time to do that here at the library. So, but you know what? Starlight's got this. So anyway, today I've made different videos throughout the time, even out in New York before I ended up getting in this situation, like living in my car, is about homeless people. So really right now, all the time, I was put in this situation for a reason. It was not by accident for God to decide, to put me in this situation. And I know I had lots of people from the beginning telling me what to do, and all this stuff, giving me advice, and they meant well. It just that God has got a plan. It's not about Starlight. It is about what God, the universe, and the archangels have been working on Starlight, is not to go and, because really, what job was Starlight trying to get on this journey? I was trying to get where I could work in a kitchen at a restaurant, but that's not where, God wanted Starlight. I just had a lady, of course, she would have to be wearing a mask, and she was, I was looking for a human being to cash me out because I don't go to the self-service. But at that Dollar Tree, they didn't have anybody with a cashier or anything. So you had to, to pay for your own stuff through the self-service. And I was like, so sad, because I really rather have people, instead of, robots, and she's like, and I said, well, because, people really need jobs. And her remark was, which I don't really, it's just working at a Dollar Tree is just, it's not like if you wanted me to stock, this stuff on the shelves, but that's not really where God wants Starlight. And her way, she said, well, the reason why they have these is because people are lazy and they don't want to work, and they'd rather stay home collecting money from the government, so nobody was coming in to go for those positions. But, and then her other thing is that, well, if you need money bad enough, you would come in, and either work here or even at McDonald's. But that's not what God wanted Starlight. And those are people that live in fear and not trusting that God can lead and God can guide and support you through it all. And I am a living proof here. I've been in this situation for more than a year, since of October of last year. So it's going to be almost a year and a month, that I've been in this situation. And now to let you know, if you didn't catch this in the other video, is I am starting a group out in this area, free of charge. And that is because that's exactly how I'm supposed to do this, because God is going to take care of all the things that I got going on. So today, I'm bringing that up because God put me in this situation so I can learn about it, so I can be of a better help. I have been helping the homeless people from, since the time that I started living in my car a year ago. I have done this since New York all the way to Miami, and now everybody's going to know where I am, because God apparently, I am safe and I am protected. I've had people, going on my phone, doing things on computers when I log in at libraries. So, I definitely have been, spied on through this time, as far as, where Starlight's going, what is Starlight doing. And I don't know really who is doing this, but I'm not worried about it, because God knows I am safe. So I will be having an event coming up here in this area where I am. And if you do want to, if you're in this area, you can check out on Facebook, and that will have an event out there. As far as, of course, if you're not one of my Facebook friends, you're not going to get notified, but I did put where I'm notifying people that have Facebook, so you might get an invitation on your Facebook if you have it, and you will find me on there. So anyway, this is not about Starlight for this video, and just like all the other videos, it is about people. I put myself out here. I say embarrassing things about myself. I admit to crazy stuff out here, because I really want you to know it is okay, to not be perfect, and it's okay to have flaws, and we don't have to worry about what other people think, because that's not what it's about. And so today I really, because it's getting cold out, and so I'm going to be looking for this myself. I might even, this is where what I want to do is to make put something on Facebook, searching for people that will help me out. So, and maybe they can meet me at a certain place, and to help me to give me items that will really help the homeless people out. And this is like the worst time for the homeless people, especially ones that are living on the streets or even in their cars. So because right now it's a big need, because not only they need food in their bellies, like Starlight's been going around. I did that this morning as I went through my car again, and I will load up my car with a whole bunch of food, and then I will go out and, I know where they hang out, the homeless people. So and that's what I did this morning. I do that maybe a couple times a week or even more, depending on how much food I have and how much food I go out and get, and how much food I can go out and get. So really, when I go out and get food, it's really meant for me. They really, the people, only one place knows that I'm actually getting food for other people, but I'm only getting food when I get there. They only give me food for myself, but I do grab a whole bunch of extra stuff like bread and other stuff that the homeless people like to eat, because it's there and it's free. And if, it's just going to go in the garbage, if it gets old. So, now that being said, no matter where you are, this is the items that really are needed, for the homeless people. Some things are harder than others to help them out with, is they need clothing. They need, because it's cold outside, they need, things to take care of their personal needs, like toothpaste and toothbrush and floss and Q-tips and, like wipes. There's wipes out there for cleaning your body. They really could use that, because Starlight's having a problem right now as far as getting cleaned up, because where I was going in one of the parks for a bathroom, they locked the door. So Starlight got in trouble yesterday because I took a chance and went into a gas station. And I'll tell you what, talk about being fast, but the water was slow. The water was hot in the bathroom. And there was a lady that gave me a hard time in there before. She's more than likely of, like not a light being like Starlight, but a dark, force, not living for God, because, I did get help at that same gas station with gas, and she yelled at me one time for doing that. And so I went to the same gas station and I seen her, that she was working there, and I was just taking the chance just to clean my hair and hurry up. And I did. I moved. I mean, that's the first thing I did. I was as quick as can be. And would you know it, is some man came in and his son had to go pee. And because that lady has a thing out for me, is she pounded on the door to hurry up and get me out. So I couldn't find my hair tie. My hair was soaking wet, but I was able to get my hair clean. So I say this is because this area is one of the worst areas that Starlight has gone to. And so now, as I am in the state of Colorado in the United States, so this is one of the worst areas that I have been to for parking. And, like people on the street, people that are homeless, it's even harder for them. But it's very hard for any person out here to get freshened up and cleaned up, because a lot of homeless people have done this, where they go into public bathrooms or anywhere they can go to freshen up. But a lot of those people end up leaving messes behind, or they are not being thoughtful of the people that are in those places by taking too long. And so then a lot of places lock doors up in the bathrooms where you have to get a key. So I'm making this is because it's bringing awareness to that it is not normal for people living on the streets or living in a car. It's the way this world has been being run by that handful of people. It's not the government. It's not, you can yell at the government all you want, but it's not the government that is, in full control. They are just puppets. They just got strings on them, being told what they can do and what they can't do. So really, they are not the problem. But not all of you are going to agree with this. So, but this is not where I'm really trying to focus on today. It's really that, really wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you are, but really, if you have some few extra dollars, please, these homeless people, men and women that are living on the street, they could really use some gloves, hats, mittens, sweaters. You can ask them, hey, you find somebody, say, hey, could you, they need some underwear. Some of those people are wearing the same underwear every day. I know a guy in this area that is wearing the same clothes. He wears the same clothes from the day that I met him. And like, if I seen him today, it would be the same clothing that I seen him a month ago. Now, some of us out there, complain about, not having enough money and not making enough money, at your workplace. But these people are, some of them might actually get government help, and I'm not sure how that works, that they can be homeless, living out on the street and get, this is just a band-aid, really, is to, it's not really taking care of the problem. And Starlight is a problem solver. This is why I got in this situation, is to be able to solve the problem of homelessness. At least that's part of it. So they have a lot of excuses of why they can't help the homeless people out, but there is a lot of people out there. There's people out there that help people out here that are homeless, but really their heart is really, they got attitudes. I've seen reviews, and then I'll go in those places anyway to see how their attitude is, because that could have been a month ago that they could have had an employee that volunteered, to help out, but then they're, so the energy is not always good in a lot of these places for food pantries or where they give clothing away. But I gotta sneeze, I think. Whew, I got a tickle in my nose. Whew, sorry. So anyway, but I have to say there are a lot of beautiful people out there that are really helping out. Some of there's some places that I go to, they are sweet, they are beautiful, they don't make me feel uncomfortable, they're not pushy, they're not forceful, they're not controlling. They're doing an amazing job out there helping. Really, they got their hearts out there, helping the people out. But, no matter how many times people are helping the homeless people, it is not enough. We really need to, help them out. Like right now is, people need coats. People are going to need boots, better shoes for wintertime, especially if there's snow. Hot, I don't know if they call them, it's not the meal, hot hands. I think they call them hot hands. It's those little, I have some in my car, but I need more. I don't want to give them away now because it's too early now. But when it gets, really zero out, and I'm not sure, they say in this area, you just never know what the temperature is going to be like. So they really could use a lot of help right now. And a lot of times, a lot of places don't think of this, is they could use washcloths. A lot of times, people give them soap, but then they don't have anything to use to actually wipe themselves, And body wipes are okay, but they're only going to do, some of them rip. You could use one wipe and they're really just small, but they rip. So there are really good ones out there that are like washcloths out there, and they are really super. So those homeless people out there really could use some help. Starlight can't do it all, and because I know there's a lot of people. I go out and I ask, hey, I collect stuff. I collect it and collect it and collect it and get a whole lot, and then I go around and see who I can help with those items. Like toothbrushes, toothpaste, Q-tips, like I was saying, mittens. I can't express. Gloves, hats, lots of hats, different sizes. They gotta be warm enough hats. A group of people did come out to help people, but those hats are so thin. They need really warm hats, and big enough for their, not children's hats, so there's some beautiful people that are knitting. If you can knit, you're a guy or a girl, knitting hats are a great way to help the homeless people out, so other things they need is, stuff to keep them warm, like blankets. I went to a yard sale, bought a sleeping bag. I was actually, to be serious, I was buying that sleeping bag for myself. I didn't even get it cleaned, but it was at a yard sale. I got it for $2. But then you know what? There's a man that helps me out carrying food to the park, and his name is Nick. And I saw him one morning, and I'm like, he told me he's sleeping out in a tent. And, I didn't get to clean that sleeping bag yet. And I said, well, I just got a sleeping bag at a yard sale. I said I didn't get to clean it yet, but it's in my car. If you want that, I'll give it to you. And he was so happy, you know, that, and it was his favorite color, red. So they need stuff like that, you know, they need ways of carrying things around because, you know, they need bags, you know, strong bags, you know, where they can carry stuff. So if they do have to street, you know, and this is not the answer for them is to sleeping on the streets. Really what they need is to get them in to a place, not a shelter. Everybody's yelling shelters. You go in a shelter, you know, because they know by going to a shelter they're going to have problems with there's demons, you know, that go in those shelters, and they know that they're going to have problems, you know. So they do need to come up with a thing where they have a place for, you know, a room. They need their own room and a place where they can share a shower and a kitchen and a living room, and that they have people to actually, you know, like to watch them, and no alcohol or drugs allowed in the building. So hey, they're going to go out and do it outside of the building, but there's got to be rules. And then, you know, I just thought of this. They can have a program saying, hey, if you want to come at this place to live, there you got to agree to that you will join these groups. And these groups are going to help them out. These groups are going to teach them about I am affirmations and being grateful. You know, it's going to build them up. They need to take a bath and they need to take a shower, because without taking a shower or a bath and cleaning up like head to toe, like in a shower, you know, is that it's not going to motivate them to go and do anything different in their life when they're dirty all the time, because they don't have a way to clean up. This is a very hard area to actually clean up, you know, because there's not very many times that you're going to find a private bathroom where you can go in and freshen up without some other person knocking on the door, like what happened to Starlight the other day. That lady was mean. You know, she was mean. She was quick and snappy, you know, because there's something in her. You know what I did? I did a guided meditation, a cord, because I couldn't get her off my mind. And I did a cord cutting guided meditation. It was awesome, because once I got done, you know, like pulling the cord out from me, I would send that cord and pull it into the source, so source can take care of that lady. You know, I wanted to go to that place and, you know, like talk to the manager in there. Of course, it's not going to make me look good, because, you know, people did see me coming out with my hair wet, you know. And so we need to help the people out there, you know, because if they're not taking showers and getting cleaned up every day and freshened up, how do you expect that they're going to go out and, you know, we need to start from the bottom and work our way up with them. We need to, you know, like to get them to believe a different way. And that's what Starlight was going to do, but the energy was too toxic. God didn't want me to be there. But, you know, there's places out there that can help these homeless people out by giving them a bedroom with a door, and, you know, where they can have privacy. But of course, the people that own, you know, that are supervising these people in the house, they have, you know, where they can lock the door so they can have privacy to do whatever. But at the same time, the people at the building has a key just in case that they're doing something wrong in that room, you know, and that they would have rules, you know, in that place. So these people would, you know, if you want to get off the street, well, then you got to join these groups. You got to join, you know, going through this and going through that. And they have to agree. If they don't, you know, go into those programs, they could get, you know, like 3 strikes, you're out, and go back on the street. But really, living on the street is not the answer. It's not normal. So people, you got to realize this is not normal. It is a wake-up call for all of you, because you could end up being in that situation later on in life. You might think, no, that will never happen to me, Starlight. You know what? You don't know what's going to happen later on, and I don't wish that to happen to anybody. But really, living on the street, you know how many times they don't have any place to stick their stuff, their belongings. You know how many times the homeless people, their stuff gets stolen? So there's a lot of stealing going on with the homeless people, because then it causes them to go, you know, like, and get desperate and steal somebody else's stuff. So where are they going to hide their sleeping bags, and where are they going to put a tent without somebody, you know, destroying it or taking it or, you know, whatever. So Anyway, I do love you. This is Starlight. Really, if there's, think of ways, like I said, socks, long socks, warm socks, just, if you really want to help somebody out, really keeping them warm is one of the ways. And I went to one of the food pantries and they said, food is the most important thing. But you know what? Clothing, they need clothing. They need stuff to, like to keep their teeth clean. They need, stuff to keep their body clean. These people are they having a hard time, cleaning up at places just like I am. So I pray that you would really reach out to them and say, hey, do you need some socks or underwear? What kind of socks do you like? What kind of underwear? What kind of, like, you need gloves and a hat? Put yourself in their place. I'm out here in their place. I sleep at nighttime without the heat on right now, and I have a thin blanket, and that's getting kind of cold, so I'm going to need more blankets. So anyway, I do love you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you could share my videos with your family, your friend, a homeless person. Share. Also, you could share my videos with a raccoon. I just seen one. Poor thing. Yeah, you could share my videos with a raccoon, and also, let's see, with a trying to think, creepy crawlies, a mouse. Trying to think of all these. A turkey. You could share my videos with a turkey. Gobble, gobble. And also, you could check out my playlist. Plus, don't forget the notification bell. So I don't know when I will. It was a long study that I'm doing, so it's long. So I apologize that it hasn't been out, but really you got to understand I don't get a lot of. I'm at the library, but I'm multitasking here. I got a lot going on as far as, what I do at the library. And like I said, I only get a little bit of time on the, computers. So anyway, you can also check out my playlist. Plus, you could follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.